Welcome to our video on modal verb. In this video, we will discuss about what are modal verbs, types of modal verbs, what do all modal verbs have in common, and usage of modal verbs in English grammar and some practice sets. So let's get started. What are modal verbs? Modal verbs are special verbs used to express a speaker's attitude and opinions that include permission, possibility or impossibility, necessity or lack of, ability or inability, desire or probability, obligation or advice. Modal verbs are also called helping verbs because they help to express a mood or attitude. They are always paired with another verb. Types of modal verb: ability or inability. These verbs are used to express the speaker's ability or inability. The most commonly used modal verbs are can, cannot, could, will, would. I can pay you next week means it is example of ability. I will do that work. This is also ability. I cannot attend the class. This is example of inability. Permission modal verb. These verbs are used to express the speaker's opinion about whether or not something is allowed. The most common permission verbs are can, may. Can I sit down? May I go after dinner? Possibility and probability. The verbs used to express the speaker's opinion about the possibility or probability of something happening. The most commonly used modal verbs are can, could, cannot, may, might, must, would. She cannot be his daughter. This is for example of possibility. My wallet is gone. Someone must have stolen it. This is for example of probability. I may see you tomorrow. This is also for example of possibility. Request, advice. These verbs are used to request or give advice to someone. The most commonly used verbs are can, could, should. Can you pass me the salt? It's a request. You should try to lose your weight. It's a advice. Obligation. These verbs are used to express the speaker's opinion about whether or not something is obligatory. The most common obligatory modal verbs are must, should, have to. You must see a doctor. To travel, you have to carry a passport. These are obligatory examples. Auxiliary modal verbs. These verbs are used to express the speaker's attitude or opinion. The auxiliary modal verbs are can, could, will, would, shall, should, may, might, must, ought. Perfect modal verbs. These verbs are used to express the speaker's past attitudes or opinions. The most common perfect modal verbs are could have, would have, should have, might have. What do all modal verbs have in common? Firstly, modal verbs don't add s for the third person singular. So the form is always same. She can swim. The question form is created by inverting the subject and the verb. So can you dive? We make negative form by adding not. They must not swim at the lake. They are followed by a verb without not. They must bring their own tent at the camping site. Usage of modal verbs in tenses. Present tense, he should be here by now. Past tense, he should have been here by now. In future tense, he should be here by then. I can speak English. I could speak English. I will be able to speak English. In the future tense. In the present tense, we say she must finish her homework. In the past tense, she had to finish her homework. In the future tense, she must finish her homework by tomorrow. So now let's practice some questions. Identify the modal verb used in each sentence and its corresponding function. Alden cannot play the piano today. He must be sick. You must take your medicine. Can I watch TV to relax? Could you buy me some milk at the store? Now let's see the answers. Alden cannot play the piano today. In this sentence, cannot is the modal verb and it is ability. He must be sick. In this sentence, must is the modal verb and it is possibility that he is sick. You must take your medicine. In this sentence, must is modal verb and it is obligation. Can I watch TV to relax? In this, can is the modal verb, function is permission. Could you buy me some milk at the store? In this sentence, could is the modal verb and it is a request. Can you guess the occupation? You must take care of students. You must not be late for the class. You can treat injuries. You must take care of patients. So let's see the answers. You must take care of student. That means teacher. You must not be late for the class. Student. You can treat injuries. Doctor. You must take care of patients. Nurse. Switch the modal verbs between the following sentences. How will the meaning change? The device must not be used underwater. Hugo's cat may be hiding under the bed. She can cook flavorful meals. Now let's see by changing the modal verbs. The device may not be used underwater. This reminder sounds less strict than when must was used. Hugo's cat can be hiding under the bed. It seems more certain that the cat is under the bed. She must cook flavorful meals. Good cooking becomes a requirement for the person. Summary. As helping verbs, modal verbs do not take S form and are always paired with the base form of the main verb. Modal verbs express different meanings such as ability, possibility, permission, and obligation. Common examples of modal verbs are must, can, may, could, shall, should, will. Thank you for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe my channel.